Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and More Democracy 3 Presidential Suite. Playing as Russia, Soviet Russia, or at least trying to get there. It's gonna take a while, but we've done a lot to invest in our more socialistic, style of government. Whether you can say that's true communism, I don't know, but I'm not really going for, I guess, true communism. I'm going for the frickin' USSR. That said, we're having a heck of a time controlling certain groups. Trade unionists are just not really cooperating as much as I feel like they ought to be. The liberals are still pervasive in my society and protesting as if they think that they have rights or something. Oy vey, this is a problem. It's a pretty big problem. Honestly, this whole domestic undercover agent stuff, I mean, I think it was going to go up on its own anyway. I think this is like when we started the campaign, so I think it was inevitably going to go up, but we made it way worse. But I'm doing what I can. And it's not going to matter if we can't reduce their membership. In fact, one thing we really ought to consider doing is trying to reduce or eliminate the independent head of state at some point. But let's go ahead and move on into year 4. This is election year, so I think this particular video, I really need to focus a lot more on national unity. I've been trying to work towards some economic policies that will help and stuff like that, but you know what? If I cannot get everyone to be on my side, if I cannot forcefully convert everyone to my cause, to my party, oppose all, eliminate all opposition, basically. If I can't do that, then we may be in a little bit of trouble. I think that would be appropriate in this particular video. We don't want to have proper free elections anymore. Once the Communist Party has taken control of Russia, you're never going to get your back. Every election is just like a token gesture. So we're going to try to manipulate people in this particular video. Looks like the capitalists are trying to kill me. Okay, that's not good. The GDP, in fact, is going down because of frickin' tech firm closure. Why? A major vote in no confidence of the technological capabilities of our workforce. What does our technology look like right now? What's so bad about it? It's not so bad. It's pretty middle of the road. That thing shouldn't have closed. Absolutely not. We even have technology colleges and grants working toward improving it. That's absurd. It has everything to do with the high earnings being so low. But we all know that if technology gets too high, it creates a lot of problems. So, we'll see what happens. All right, what I'm going to do then, I'm going to try to reduce some of this police brutality even further here. We probably should go to intelligence services, given that this is the next largest thing. We right now have a spy satellite network, and that sounds really good, but I can reduce this down to, let's say, 2.5 billion rubles per quarter right now. This will reduce the police brutality by about 10%, in fact, straight up. It also reduces veteran infirmity quite a bit, and I would like to cross below the stop trigger on this before I even consider bringing intelligence services back. I guarantee you it's something we'll want eventually. But for now, maybe a little bit too much too soon. Let's reduce this, try to reduce the police brutality by another 10%, get it lower, reduce that liberalism membership, gosh dang it. Which we already can tell, by the way, it's not up here anymore, so it is going down. A little bit by little bit. I guess the next thing that we really ought to consider doing is getting rid of the whole independent head of state thing. I mean, yeah, we could increase this to an absolute monarchy, but that's a freaking monarchy. That's an aristocracy. That doesn't fit with the playthrough at all. I think we need to just cancel this straight up. No independent heads of state. I am the state. The people are the state, but I'm the people. So, that, yes. I think we'll get rid of it, but that's going to take 48 political capital. Holy crap. Alright, you know what? Let's save these points and let's just move on straight into that. Oh, capitalists are still wanting to kill me. Strike down protesters! More and more civil rights protesters are gathering in the streets. We could call in armed forces to disperse them. This would, however, cause an international scandal. Fire at will! These pesky liberals threaten public order and national security. Yeah, fire at will. Do I hear guns in the background? Think I might. Hey, look at that. The deficit is terrible. Oh gosh, we're going into an absolute ton of debt. Okay, not sure we can do anything about that. We may have to change our monetary policy and create some inflation later, but for now, let's stick with the plan. Stick with the plan! Let's get rid of the independent head of state. You're gone. Bye. No more of that. Thank you. Membership is going to go down by about 14% for these liberals. That's helpful. Okay. So with that down, we have no political capital left. This is going to be a short video. I can already tell you that this is going to be quite short. But let's take a look at some of these other events. Let's see. Skills shortage not quite gone. Not quite gone. Ugh. Okay. Well, what? If we improve our technology, that's better. Our space program. How is space program making this worse? I guess we're taking everybody up who could be out working? Huh. Believe it or not, the space program is something we may want to end up reducing at some point, though that would reduce our national pride quite a bit. Sexism's not going to change anytime soon. Labor shortage is really flirting with going away, but it can't quite make up its mind. If I weren't doing some things like these childcare provisioning, I probably would be okay. Would have gone away on its own. We could increase the work visas, I suppose? I hate doing that, though. It makes racial tension worse. It upsets the trade unionists and stuff. Wages, unemployment, blah, blah, blah. Contracted workers. We'd have state contracted workers come and go for us. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It's a thought. We have to keep reducing this, I think. Alright, we're going to increase this up to 350 million. Let's roll the dice and see what happens there. Again, I'm worried about overcorrecting, but if we can't fix this and start getting rid of the labor shortage and the skill shortage, our GDP is never going to improve. Oh, goody, a failed assassination attempt. The capitalists tried to kill me. Okay, well, good. Screw you too. Let's see, budget deficit is actually not as bad as it used to be. That's surprising. Oh no, one of our ministers is unhappy. Ghettos, however, are at an end. That's good. Okay, 62% of the vote. Not good enough. Not good enough, in my opinion. I need more than that. Trade unionists, what would make you happier? Work safety law is good. Government subsidies are good. The work visas I know are upsetting you. I'm sorry. Unemployment benefits. Oh, this is really low right now. We can increase this. Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to increase unemployment by basically giving people an incentive to be unemployed. That is to say, reducing the pain and the consequences of being unemployed in the first place. Because we're going to give you some benefits. So it kind of lowers that pain threshold a little bit, which means people are able to tolerate a little bit longer, which means unemployment goes up by default right there. It's actually kind of an economic principle 101. It's one of the reasons that a lot of people are opposed to any form of welfare or benefits or even social safety net in the first place, although they might be a little bit on the extreme end. The thought here, economics 101, if you increase the cost of something, it will be consumed less. And if you reduce the cost of it, it will be consumed more. That's sort of a basic economics principle. Same sort of thing happens when it comes to taxation and subsidies. If you tax a particular good or service, then it will overall be consumed less. It's one of the reasons we tax alcohol, tobacco, and stuff like that. Things you generally want people to consume less of from a governmental standpoint, but you don't want to ban them from having it. So they think, okay, we'll tax it. That's why a lot of people talk about how we ought to legalize marijuana in the United States, but just tax the crap out of it. It's now legal, you can do what you want, but we tax it to reduce that incentive, right? The same thing, though, can be applied to subsidies. For example, in this game, we have health food subsidies. If you subsidize healthy food, it reduces the cost, which therefore means it's going to be consumed more, which is considered a public good. What about how that applies to things like welfare, though? The thought here, the reason that a lot of people are opposed to that, is by handing out different forms of welfare, by having unemployed benefits, you are subsidizing that state of life, I suppose. And the concern is, by subsidizing it, you're ultimately creating a slight incentive for people to stay there, rather than feel the incentive to get out of welfare in the first place. Now, of course, that's a bit reductionist in a way. It kind of simplifies the issue as if it is just a simple good or service. When it comes down to human beings are very complicated, and sometimes, no matter how hard they try, they just don't have the resources to get themselves out of that welfare. Sometimes, but you know, it's a self-deterministic society, maybe not. So that's why a lot of people might be opposed to something like this. Subsidizing unemployment basically means you're going to have more unemployment. And in this game, that's exactly what we see is going to happen. Unemployment will go up by about 7.5%. However, the poor will be very happy about this. Socialists will like this. The poor earnings will go up, which is good for us. And trade unionists will love this. The only people we upset are the people who are already trying to kill me. And you know what? Neener, you can't catch me. Ha ha ha, stupid capitalists. Right? Yes? No? Okay. You know what? One thing we're going to do, I want to win this election. I want to win this election, and I want to be a bit more totalitarian and start going a little bit more along the thematic route here. Communism, USSR, no opposition shall be allowed. Let's go to the electoral fraud, and let's max this out. Opposition shall be outlawed in Russia. Corruption goes way up, I'm aware, and a lot of people are upset by this. But liberals already despise me. This does nothing to hurt me at this point. Excuse me. Foreign relations only goes down by 0.32%. That's really nothing. Okay, it ought to be a lot higher than that. 0.32% is completely pitiful. But it increases the vote by like 90%. Basically, everyone has to work for me. If you work for the state, you have to vote for me. If you're a parent, you have to vote for me. If you're retired, you have to vote for me. Everyone has to vote for me. No exceptions allowed. So yeah, there we go. Communist Party takeover. We have officially, legally banned all forms of opposition. One-party state only. The Communist Party. Thank you very much. Yes! Yes, I think that shall work just fine. Anything else we want to do here? Probably not right now. Let's go on into the next turn. What else can we do to try and win the hearts and minds of people? Uh-oh! Well, that's a problem. Foreign subversion. Okay. Big part of that is because my foreign relations are just atrocious. That's a problem. Also, corruption is way too high, making it very easy to infiltrate my government. Okay. Tourism. Intelligence services. Yeah, we did reduce intelligence services and detention without trial quite a bit, didn't we? So this is the problem, right? Me trying to appease those freaking liberals is resulting in some new terrible events. Terrible events. Okay, well, the independent head of state thing is going to be gradually going away as time goes on. Police brutality is way lower. This is actually kind of getting to what I would consider a more acceptable level for this playthrough. Maybe we won't worry about that too much more from here on out. We may never get rid of it, but we've reduced its effects pretty substantially. Education. We definitely need to fix that a bit. Liberals. Local government. If we tried reducing decentralization, that would probably help. But it would also increase corruption even further. And racial tension and stuff. I mean, it would be a good thing to do. I honestly kind of don't want to have this at all. I don't want to have a decentralized government. I want to have complete totalitarian rule, but... Meh. Meh. Alright, let's instead go to something else that sounds fun. I think I saw a program called the Pioneer... It's for youth indoctrination. Where are you? There it is! It is here! Okay, Pioneer Movement. Now this seems appropriate for this playthrough. It's even got the proper hammer and sickle. You know what, if we're going to have national unity, we need to invest in the long term. We need to take these children, and we need to take them at, you know, basically from birth and start indoctrinating them in the way of the communist ideology. Yeah, operated by the Communist Party. The movement is modeled on the Scout movement, which has been banned in many communist countries. Membership is gratis and provides many benefits, so most children are members. The Pioneer Movement teaches a healthy and active lifestyle and communist ideology. Costs a bit of money, but let's see what it does, because this is brand new in the mod pack, and I think it sounds appropriate. Socialism membership goes way up. Alright, sounds good. Religious membership goes way down. Okay, sounds right. That's what we want. Parents have more money to spend. Farmers are happy about this. Obesity goes down and alcohol consumption goes down. Well, that's fun. That's really cool. Okay, this actually solves a lot of my problems and improves the vote for me. In directions I want to go, I want to reduce religious and make socialism more prominent. I want farmers to be happy, and it reduces obesity and alcohol. This is perfect. Perfect! Yes! We shall do the Pioneer Movement. Okay. Bring forth your children. Think Hitler's youth, but communist. That's basically what we're doing. Let's also do public broadcasting. We're going to do a totalitarian route here. This actually reduces liberalism membership. Why did I think of this? This is perfect. Reduces liberal membership by about 6%. It does grossly reduce our education, which is one of the reasons we probably haven't been doing this in the past. And corruption, of course. Okay, but conservatives are happier. Retired, surprisingly not so much. Obesity goes... Apparently just by having public broadcasting, obesity goes up no matter what I do. So I guess it doesn't matter. And we are perceived to be a strong leader. A strong, very masculine leader. Yes. Who rides a horse shirtless for the public. I don't know. Something like that. Makes patriots a lot happier, increases their membership. But the liberalism membership reduction is pretty big for us right now. Yeah, I kind of like this. The only thing I don't like is the reduction in education. I don't care about the corruption. The corruption, I think, is here to stay forever. Education, that sucks. But, again, if I can get more national unity, start improving that GDP, actually start making some money, what I'll do then is properly invest in things like schools, get that education up there. Actually, we really need education and health. I've been focusing so much on trying to fix our law and order side of things, get that under control, that really one of the best things we could do, especially to try and fix things like the skills shortage, would actually be to just straight up invest everything we can. I know I'm already heavily in debt. What's a little bit more, right? Invest heavily in things like, you know, libraries, university grants, and stuff like that. That would go a pretty long way to make things a little bit better. A little bit. Ugh, I don't know. Alright, let's move on into the election then. This is going to be a short video again. I'm kind of expecting this series to be a lot shorter than the Libertarian Sweden one, but, boy howdy, we are... I sort of feel like we're just sort of spinning the tires, you know? It's just like we're stuck in the snow and we're spinning our tires and not actually going anywhere. We're trying, though. I mean, we've made some progress in the directions we're trying to go. We've reduced police brutality, ghettos are gone, liberalism membership is going down pretty quick, honestly. It's all about the GDP. If I could just get this economy under control, improve that GDP, get some more money, I'd feel a lot better. And maybe that's something we ought to do in the next video. Now that we have officially passed like a ban on all opposition, now that we are using public broadcasts to brainwash the populace, now that we have a pioneer movement to win the hearts and minds of our children's right here, I mean, good lord. I think this is all the investment I should have to make at this point in order to get national unity. So starting next year, I think what we're going to do then is start investing very heavily in education and in healthcare to try and improve the lot of everyone's life. That way, we can try to improve the GDP by improving productivity and stuff like that. And hopefully, we'll make some more money. I may have to raise taxes as well. I mean, ultimately, I want to go for a really high tax. That'd be great. I don't know. Let's see what kind of taxes we could do. Carbon tax for the environment, probably. Car tax, maybe. Inheritance tax, probably should have that. Make that really high. Internet tax could be okay, depending. Mansion taxes, sure. Property taxes in general, sure. Punitive wealth tax. Or on superstores, I like that. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity for money. The problem is that it is going to... it's going to kind of add to a tax evasion scheme, which is going to become a huge problem for me, eventually. Eventually. But we'll see. We have some options. Okay, well, let's go on to the election. Let's see how we did. We did ban all opposition, so I expect this to be pretty resounding for me. Then again, we just did that this turn. It may not have taken full effect yet. Let's start the count. Oh, okay, so see, there's opposition. Hey, I banned you. You're not allowed to exist. All right, that's it. Round up this 30 million people, 32.5 million people, and throw them in gulags. My ministers have been actively sabotaging me, apparently. My spending sucks, but my perceptions were pretty good. People think that I'm pretty strong, maybe even a little bit compassionate, given that I've eradicated poverty in the country. That's the thing, we eradicated poverty. I feel like the GDP should be going up by virtue of that, at the very least. All right, breakdown. A lot of people didn't like me. Lots of people, but I'm hoping that the everyone vote is going to have to go up a lot. Starting next turn, simply because I don't think that the outlawing... No, wait, we outlawed opposition 2 turns ago. Maybe it takes time to take effect. I don't know. I don't really know. Anyway, though, a lot of people didn't like me. But we still won, so that's good. Changes. Health education has gone up. Poverty is gone. Violent crime is actually still a problem. Okay, maybe we need to address that. But equality has gone way up. Crime's down, the environment's improved slightly, technology as well. CO2 emissions, productivity is lower. Productivity is lower? Really? I think it has to do with the fact that our unemployment is gone. This gosh dang unemployment, I swear to God, this is the thing that is killing me in this presidential suite mod pack, is finding a way to balance unemployment. It really is screwing with me. I need help, guys. I need help figuring out this whole unemployment thing. Maybe we do want to go for the planned economy. No, wait, that reduces unemployment even further. Crap, I have no idea. We gotta figure out a way to deal with that. Help me, guys. Let me know. Let me know in the comment section down below. Energy efficiency, racial tension. Poor earnings are fantastical. Middle earnings are doing a lot better. High earnings, no change, because I don't think we had any high earnings to begin with. I think they were already down to 0, and we're still at 0, so... The important thing is the poor are doing well. The GDP has gone up 20% since I took office 4 years ago. So is tobacco usage, alcohol consumption, food prices are going up. I should probably invest a bit more in the farms. Wages are up, though. The currency is stronger than it's ever been. Huh. You know, you would look at this, you'd look at this whole thing right here, and you'd think we're actually doing reasonable. I mean, not amazing. Any other Democracy 3 series I've done, usually we've got, like, the GDP up by another, like, 60%, but... Yeah, I mean, it could be worse, right? People are still trying to kill me, but that's it. Kissing on rail and bus stations? We'll deal with that another time. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Definitely a lot of room for improvement. I don't know if we're ever really going to get rid of the labor shortage. The only thing I can think to do is try to increase unemployment to a more moderate level. I think I really do have to look at unemployment as something that is not supposed to be eradicated and something that has to hover kind of middle of the road here. And if that's the case, then maybe I do want to cancel something like childcare provisioning and just get people out there. Maybe. I don't really know. It's a problem. It's really screwing with my brain, but we're making some good progress in the skills shortage. One more really good policy and it's going to be gone, and that will help the GDP at least a little bit. Police brutality is quite far down. Liberalism membership is down to 41%. And the vote, everyone basically just love me right now. They just love me. And that is to say that they don't actually like me, but they have no choice but to vote for me. And that's pretty fun. Alright, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to hit that like button if you did enjoy. Leave your comments with your suggestions, please. I could really use some help from the community on this one, because this is I'm kind of struggling a little bit. And of course, subscribe if you want to see my future content. My name is Pravus, and I, as always, will see you guys next time.